Hi, how are you doing? My name is Rohit, and I will be breaking down the fourth match of this year's IPL, which saw the Rajasthan Royals taking on the Lucknow Super Giants in the Sawai Mansingh Stadium in Jaipur. First and foremost, as always, I'll start by telling you what the end result of the match was, and this time it was the Rajasthan Royals winning by 20 runs. To start, let's start with the Royals innings. Yashasvi Jaiswal, a batter in good form, gives the Royals a good start, 24 from 12, striking pretty well. And then after that, Sanju Samson really led the way for the Royals. He batted through the innings after coming in at number 3, top scoring with 82. And he also had good support from Rian Parag at the other end, who scored 43 from 29. And that is a very mature knock that allowed the Royals to stem the bleeding after 2 wickets and then build up the innings from there. And these are two players who are capable of playing big shots, and they had that ability on display. Both of these players played very mature knocks that allowed the Royals to post a large total. One thing that's interesting about this actually is that this is Sanju Samson's 5th consecutive season where he opens the IPL with a score of 50 or more. So that's something that's kind of unique and pretty cool, to be honest. But we know that Sanju Samson also has a tendency to sort of dip in form as the season progresses. So let's see if that's the case this season. But right now, he started his IPL on a high note. So the two of them combined to help post a total of 193, which the Royals obviously successfully defended. Now, going into Lucknow's innings, man, it started very poorly. Trent Bolt does what Trent Bolt is very known for, and that is taking multiple wickets in the power play, and he took 2 in this match. And so already Lucknow's in a hole, and that's already exacerbated by the fact that they're chasing a pretty high total in a Jaipur pitch that last season was kind of two-faced. Sometimes you would see that in the first innings, it would be very easy to bat on, a lot of high totals. That then in the second innings, as the sun goes down, as the pitch gets a little bit of wear and tear on it, the pitch starts to do some more things that helps the bowlers. So it was easier to defend. But sometimes the opposite would happen, where it'd be a struggle to score in the first innings, but then it's a complete road in the second innings, and you're able to just score freely. Surprisingly, this season, well, not this season, this game, we did not see any of that. The pitch was consistent throughout. It was a good batting surface. If you were able to apply yourself, you will be able to score runs. A lot of Lucknow's early wickets came from application issues, from batters trying to force the issue to get ahead of the run rate instead of letting the game naturally come to them, letting them dictate the flow of the game. Instead, they tried to force the issue and they threw away their wickets. So quickly, what started as a promising chase, or what could have been a promising chase, that's already out the window when you're 3 down in the power play and you only have 11 runs to your team's name. After that, you kind of need a repair job, and that takes up a lot of time, especially when you know that you do not have too many resources left in the bank. Even with the impact sub rules giving you an extra batter, already being 3 down, you're not even out of the power play, is a recipe for disaster in chases. And it tends to leave teams just leading into complete collapses. But obviously, Lucknow didn't entirely collapse, but that mini collapse set the tone for the rest of the innings. Deepak Hooda tried to steady the ship for Lucknow, scoring 26 from 13. But after he went out, it was up to KL Rahul and Nicholas Puran, both of whom scored half centuries, with Nicholas Puran top scoring with 64. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough at the end, so they ended up losing. But it all comes back to that poor start that they had. Had the earlier batters applied themselves better, maybe Lucknow wins this match. But they didn't, which put more pressure on the middle order and the lower middle order, which did deliver. And so that should be a positive for the Lucknow Super Giants, is that their middle order and the lower middle order delivered and helped stem the bleeding after a top order collapse. You can't rely on that all the time, but it's important to keep that in mind as the tournament progresses, that, hey, we have some guys in the back who can actually hit. And that is a very important thing in a long tournament, because sometimes you will have days like this where your top order just doesn't deliver. And you have to rely on that lower middle order. And for Rajasthan, the positive should be Sandeep Sharma's development as a death bowler, someone who can come in at the end, keep it economical, and take wickets. And he did that today. His economy was only a shade over 7, which is very, very good. He also bowled some key overs at the end of the innings, taking a wicket, which is very vital at that stage. And so, all in all, that should be a positive to take away if you're a Royals fan. And obviously, the player of the match was Sanju Samson for his top scoring of 84, which helped set the tone for this match. So that was basically how the game went and what I thought of it. And please, as usual, like, comment, and subscribe. And with that, I'll see you for the next match of this doubleheader today, which would feature the Mumbai Indians and the Gujarat Titans. So stay tuned for that one. Thank you. Have a good one.